Hey guys, it's Kayla and Mark Allen. We like to travel, a lot, especially to Disney World. Follow along on our journey as we give you tips and tricks to help you create your own ever after.
Good morning from Epcot Day 2.
Part 2. Yay! So we were at Epcot yesterday for Food and Wine Festival and we tried a whole bunch of stuff.
We
and
did.
Today we are going to try a whole bunch more stuff, which I'm actually even more excited about some of the
me
things
too.
for today. But one of our favorite things to start off the day is to just kind of wander around the pavilions when they're super empty.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the UK pavilion and
We're by ourselves.
We are literally the only guests back here.
So that's always just a fun, relaxing kind of start to our day before anything crazy. Of course, if we want to rush rides, we will. But this trip, we're not super worried about it because the crowds are super, super low. So we'll get to those a little bit later today. But I think we're going to start breakfast off with something real sweet.
Yeah. We're gonna, right after this, head over to Ireland and get the warm chocolate pudding. And we've had this before, and it's really good. It's definitely one of our favorites.
So we'll see you over there.
All right, so we made it to our first stop of day 2, to the Ireland booth.
We have this delicious cake that
Pudding.
I'm so happy.
It's a pudding.
It's a pudding cake. It said cake on the thing, so.
What?
It said pudding cake.
Okay.
Also, the Ireland booth is actually not supposed to open until October 1st, so they opened it early, which is great for us.
I'm so excited.
Because this is one of our faves.
All right, here we go. First bite. Cheers.
Ting.
That's hot. Wow. That's really good.
Very rich.
It's
very melty. So sweet, so chocolatey, so hot and warm.
So it is definitely more like a pudding. So it is cake. Like it has the texture of cake.
It's a pudding cake. That's literally what it said. It was is a pudding cake.
Yeah. So it's not like it's not the texture of bread pudding, but it's also not the texture of cake where it's like dried out, I guess. So it's just a very, very, very moist cake. I know probably some of you are like screaming at the screen right now because I use that word, but no, it totally is. And the icing is really good and sweet and vanilla-y. Yeah. This is
definitely a must get.
I would agree.
This is a best of the fest right here. It's always so good. Classic. All right, and for our second dish today, we have another classic, and that is the bacon cheddar soup from Canada.
Yes, also from Le Cellier. That's where it's famously from.
Yes. And this is another one that we have had before, but it is
It's so good. It's one of our favorites.
And it's still cool enough this morning that like we can eat this. I was like, we gotta get this now before it gets too hot later. So, of course, when you eat it, you
Let
have
us break
to
bread.
eat it with the pretzel roll first.
Oh,
Wow.
God. It's so good.
There's so much flavor. It's hilarious because when you look at it, you really wouldn't think much of it. It just looks like cheese. But there's so many flavors.
There's so much flavors. Like it's seasoned really well.
You can really taste the bacon.
The bacon is a very prominent flavor in this.
Oh, it's delicious.
But the cheese is like not a super, at least in my opinion, it's not like a super strong cheese taste. Like I get a lot more of the bacon. And the pretzel roll is really soft. It's like almost doughy.
Yeah, and it's
Not in a bad way though.
It just tastes really fresh, which is great. And it gives a really good balance of textures with the soup.
Yeah.
Because the soup is super creamy And so that pretzel roll just really balances it out. Today, I think, is starting off much better than yesterday.
I agree.
Alright, we have made it inside to the Appleseed Orchard, which is held in the Canada Pavilion in like where they do the 360 video. So right now they're not doing that video because it's a food booth. But I have the Apple Blossom Sky. This is an alcoholic drink, but it just looks super fun because it comes in like a little Moscow Mule cup and has marshmallows and like caramel and stuff on top. And I just really wanted to get this one because it has marshmallows. So let's see what it tastes like. I don't know what it's gonna taste like. That's really good. It's like kind of tart. It definitely tastes like apple for sure, but it's very sweet too. Ooh, I like that. That's really good. But it's not overly sweet. Like it's not sickly sweet. It has just enough sweet to kind of balance out the tart sour taste. That's really good. I enjoy that a lot.
I'm gonna give this a whirl. I like that there's like a little like syrup or something on the marshmallows. It's very good. I didn't realize that it was frozen.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was like
slushy.
it's more like a slushy. So it's super good, very refreshing. The apple flavor definitely comes through, and the marshmallows are a nice touch. So just cutting into this, I can already tell. I haven't even tried it yet, but I can already tell this is gonna be delicious. That is so good. The tart is not like crunchy, like it's not overbaked. It's still, the tart itself is very light and fluffy. It cuts like butter, and the apple taste definitely is very present. It's essentially, yeah, it's an apple crumble. There's a lot of the brown sugar stuff on top that really helps bring a lot of the sweetness. But the tart is, I think, in my opinion, such a good aspect of this dish. It's so good.
America, now connected from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Welcome to the future, or should I say, your future. Thanks to you, the color of the future is green.
Wow, it's very hot.
Yeah, like every part of me is sweating. But that's okay because we're just gonna eat some more yummy yummies. So we went to Mac and Eats, which again is another booth that was supposed to open October 1st, but it did open early, which I'm very pleased about.
Yes.
And we got the truffle mac and cheese. I've heard very good things about this.
And we also stopped at the donut box because
Yes.
they're basically right next door. And Kayla got.
I made a mistake. I meant to order the like chicken sriracha donut, but I guess I just ordered the regular one.
Which, it's fine.
Oh well, it's too hot for chicken right now. But they do have some new donuts of the day. They had cookies and cream. And then they had a Boston cream pie. And I couldn't decide, so I just got both of them, because why not? So, do you want to try savory first?
Let's do savory first.
Okay.
It's good.
No, I love it. It's amazing.
It's not my favorite.
Why? I don't think you like truffle.
That very well could be. Is this truffle?
I think so. I don't think you like truffle because you didn't like the mushroom truffle thing yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think you don't like truffle because I did. No, this is super good. I think, yes, you probably have to like truffle because it is a very strong flavor in here. But it's really good. I like it.
The noodles are very tender. Like they're cooked really, really well.
It's super good.
Yeah, I think it's just the truffle in that I don't like.
I'm gonna try this sriracha donut. That's got some kick to it.
Does it?
I should have got some water. Oops.
That's weird.
Give it a second. It'll hit you.
No, I get the kick.
That one's okay. I probably won't finish that one. Because it's spicy and I don't have one.
That's really weird because it's like, at first it's like sweet. And then the heat kind of comes in at the end. That's really weird.
This one's really good.
It's like sweet and spicy.
It's a little dry. I think they've been sitting out for a little bit.
Yeah, the sriracha one was a little dry too.
But that one's really good. It's a great cookies and cream.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect cookies and cream. Yes, the donut's a little dry.
All right, let's try this creamy one. This one's filled. I think this one has filling because it's Boston cream pie.
I can still taste that sriracha.
Oh, this one's the best one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that one's the best one. You have chocolate on your face.
That one's very messy.
You have chocolate all over your face. No, that one's the best one. It's very chocolatey, and the cream is really, really good. This actually is not as sweet as it looks. This one's the best one.
Yeah, that chocolate is very rich though. Wow, feels good to
It's so hot.
sit down in some AC.
So we
All
have
right.
made it into the Odyssey Center,
Yes.
and which is where they have Brew-wing, which has wings and brews,
Yep.
because it's called Brew-wing.
Brewing.
But we just got drinks, not wings, so
Yeah.
we needed some refreshments.
Yes, we did. It's, like I said, it's very warm today. Today is much warmer. Hopefully you can hear us okay. Epcot experience is booming. But yeah, it's just very warm. We were like, nope, no food. So in the beer flight, it's 3 different brews. There's a Ivanhoe Park Brewing Company Pineapple Vibes. Very excited about that one. Central 28 Beer Company Groveland Road Blood Orange. Wicked Weed Brewing Watermelon Dragon Flute Session Sour. Honestly, all of these sound delicious. I will say these cups are always so hard to get out of these flight things. So this is the pineapple one. Very full. You are not gonna like this one.
Really?
Nope, you're not going to.
Do you like it?
So it's an ale. These are not ciders. I like it, but I don't think Kayla will.
I don't like beer.
There is some hoppy, like slight hoppiness to me. It's probably gonna taste really hoppy to her. She doesn't like beer.
It's gonna taste like butt, isn't it? Do you taste the pineapple?
I don't get much of the pineapple. Yeah, I really don't get much pineapple.
Let's see. Let's see how gross this is. I can smell it. Oh, that was so bad.
It's beer.
That was so gross.
It's pretty refreshing.
Nope, that was bad. Nope. Mm-mm.
It's pretty refreshing. It is very hoppy. It's an ale, so that's kind of to be expected. But you didn't taste pineapple, did you?
No, I tasted nasty. That's what I tasted.
I don't get any pineapple, which I'm kind of bummed about.
The middle one is blood orange.
Looks
It's better, but it's still gross.
Looks like I will be finishing most of these.
Oh god, these are bad. Okay, if you like beer, they're not bad, but like, I don't like beer at all.
No.
And they're pretty gross.
I get more of the blood orange in this one. This one's not my favorite.
This one I'm hoping I maybe like, because it's a watermelon dragon fruit sour.
Again, all the flavors are pretty. They're pretty mild. I wish they were a little bit stronger.
Okay, that one I can handle. That one I can handle.
Okay, you can probably finish this one.
Oh, I'm not gonna finish it. That one's not as bad. That one tastes less beer. I think the sour helps a lot.
Oh, that one's real good. This one's very light, very refreshing.
If you're not crazy into beer,
I will say,
but you want to try it,
in my opinion,
it's not too bad.
In my opinion, this is kind of a weird flight because this one does not mix well. I wish we would have started with this one.
Oh.
I wish we would have started with this one because I still have some aftertaste of the ales and IPA.
And my tongue tastes really bad right now.
Yeah, it kind of left the blood orange one especially kind of left a weird taste, and it does not mix well with this watermelon. But this one, the watermelon is very light. It's very refreshing right at the front of the tongue. Yeah, it's good.
I just can't get past the this tastes like beer.
I will say all of those flavors.
I'm sorry, I'm not very descriptive.
All of the flavors are very mild. I didn't hardly get any of the pineapple. The blood orange was pretty. It was there more so than the pineapple, but it was still very subtle. I would probably skip this flight. I think your money is spent elsewhere.
We maybe should have tried the cider flight.
Yeah, but
the cider flight might have been better.
Maybe. But yeah, I would honestly skip this one.
Holy buckets, y'all. This looks awesome. Okay, so we have had this before. We just went to Flavors from Fire and we got the corned beef, which I'm pretty sure this is exactly like what we had last year.
Exactly the same.
Which we loved. This was our favorite dish last year, so yeah. I'm excited about that. And then new this year is this s'mores.
No, they actually had this last year.
Did they?
New for us.
New for us.
We've not had it before.
This is the s'mores whoopie pie, and does it have bacon on it?
Candied bacon.
It kind of looks
candied
like it has bacon on it.
Ganache, graham cracker, marshmallow.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this might be best of the fest right now happening. Oh my. Also, the corned beef is on the cheese stroll.
That is so good.
That's my favorite. It's so good.
The beef is so tender, it has so much flavor. It has a nice kind of smoky flavor, but it's not an overwhelming smoky flavor. The cheese is nice and sharp. The chips are cooked to perfection. The onion kind of gives it a little bit of a crunch, again, kind of to break up the textures a little bit. Perfect dish.
Delicious. Oh my god. That was so good. Wow. That's delicious. Come try a bite of this. Come here.
It takes a second.
That's good. It's kind of like one of those little Hostess cupcakes.
That's exactly what
But
it
the
reminds me of.
marshmallow is like super fluffy. That's so good.
It's so soft and moist, like it's not dried out.
But it's not really rich either. Like it's not super
It's
sweet.
actually a lot lighter. It's not as heavy as what I thought it would be.
No, that's delicious.
That's real good. All right.
We're gonna finish this and then we will see you guys at the next booth.
Yep.
All right, well that about does it for us here at Epcot. I know we said we were gonna show you more booths, but we sat down and got some giant free ice water from Starbucks.
Mine's already gone.
And was just taking a break and I was like, you know what? I'm absolutely stuffed.
Yeah. So we ate a lot, and honestly, like the food that we showed you, we did not eat like the entire portion of.
No,
like,
not at all.
Just know that. But we are so full. Like I feel like if I eat one more thing, I'm gonna
like,
puke.
I want to eat more, but I can't. It's just too much. So
And it's
we're
hot.
calling it quits. We're calling it quits.
Yep.
It is starting to cool down just a little bit, which is great. The clouds are coming out, so that's helpful. But I think we are going to head over to Magic Kingdom for the rest of the afternoon
Yep.
and the evening because we have Boo Bash tonight.
Yeah.
So if you want to see that video, make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss out. And again, if you are interested in booking your own trip to Walt Disney World, I would love to help. I am a travel agent with Goofy Getaways. So if you are interested, just check out the description box. There's a questionnaire that you can fill out there, and I'd be happy to help you plan your magical vacation. But I think that's it for today.
That's it. Until next time, Epcot.
That's all we got for you. Now go create your ever after. Dance a little bit. It's a good morning. Please dance a little bit. Just
This
for a
looks
second.
so good.
Will you dance for a second, please? Thank you.